Imagine a country where playgrounds fall silent, where entire schools close not because of disaster, but because there are no children left to fill their classrooms. This is Japan today. Once the symbol of technological brilliance and social harmony, Japan is facing a quiet, devastating collapse, one not of buildings or cities, but of people. By the end of this story, you'll understand why experts warn that Japan may lose nearly a third of its population within the next 50 years, and why the clock is already ticking. Japan's fertility rate has dropped to just 1.2 children per woman, far below the 2.1 needed to sustain a population. That means Japanese women today are having fewer than half as many children as their grandmothers did in the 1960s. Each year, more than 600,000 more people die than are born. It's a demographic implosion so severe that entire towns are disappearing from the map. In rural regions, the last child was born years ago. These aren't just numbers. They're empty classrooms, shuttered daycare centers, and abandoned playgrounds reclaimed by nature. How did this happen in one of the richest, most advanced nations on Earth? The roots of Japan's crisis reach back decades. After its post-war economic miracle, Japan became the envy of the world. But when the asset bubble burst in the early 1990s, everything changed. The lost decades that followed brought stagnation, insecurity, and a generation that stopped believing in the future. Stable, lifelong jobs disappeared. Housing became expensive. Wages stagnated while costs kept rising. Marriage, once viewed as a life milestone, began to feel like a financial gamble. Many young people chose to stay single or delay marriage indefinitely. Surveys show nearly half of Japanese under 35 say they're not interested in dating or marriage at all. And even among couples who do marry, many decide against having children, citing economic pressure, lack of space, or the punishing work culture that defines modern Japan. For women, the dilemma is especially harsh. Japan's society is modernized in technology, but not in expectations. Many workplaces still expect mothers to quit their jobs after childbirth. Maternity leave is short, childcare costs are high, and part-time work dominates for women after marriage. As a result, millions of educated women are choosing careers over family, not out of selfishness, but survival. Meanwhile, the elderly population keeps growing. Nearly 30% of Japan's citizens are over 65, making it the oldest society on Earth. Hospitals are overcrowded, nursing homes are full, and in some rural towns, there are more funerals than births each year. Some villages have so few residents that local governments have merged them just to survive. Others have become ghost towns, quiet, crumbling reminders of the families that once lived there. The government has tried to respond. Billions have been spent on family subsidies, child care programs, and fertility campaigns. Some towns even offer free housing or cash bonuses to new parents, yet the numbers keep falling. Because Japan's problem isn't just financial, it's cultural. In a society built around discipline, hierarchy, and endless work, there's little room left for love, rest, or family. Technology is filling the gaps where people once stood. Robots now care for the elderly. AI teachers fill classrooms. Vending machines and automation replace human workers in nearly every corner of daily life. But machines can't raise children, they can't build communities, and they can't save a nation that forgets how to reproduce itself. Economically, the consequences are staggering. Fewer workers mean lower productivity, declining consumption, and massive strain on pensions and healthcare. By 2050, Japan's workforce could shrink by a third. For every retiree, there may be just one worker left to support them. A system built during times of growth is now collapsing under its own weight. Culturally, something deeper is vanishing. Family-owned businesses are closing after generations. Traditional festivals are canceled for lack of young volunteers. In some areas, even local dialects are dying out. The fabric of Japanese identity, the sense of community, continuity, and belonging, is unraveling. And yet, this isn't just Japan's story. South Korea, Italy, Germany, and even China are following the same path: urban, modern, aging, and shrinking. But Japan is the first to face the full consequences. It is the canary in the coal mine of modern civilization, a glimpse of what happens when prosperity and progress make the next generation impossible to afford. There is still hope. If Japan can reform its work culture, expand childcare, embrace immigration, and make family life sustainable again, the decline could slow. France managed to raise its birth rate through long-term, family-focused policies. Japan could do the same, but it would require reshaping the very values that defined its success.